all of you know, today marks the 10th anniversary of GWR Studios' Goofs in the Flying Kipper video. So to celebrate it, I am gonna be remastering this video in my own way to celebrate. Now without further ado, let's begin the Goof video. Alright, so at the beginning of the episode, we see Henry backing into Tinmouth sheds in a winter evening. But there's already a goof. If it's evening, why is it already dark? Also, there's another thing I noticed, but I don't know if I should count this as a goof. Look at the right shed. Is that fire? I don't know if I should count this as a goof. It could be anything. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you think I should count this as a goof. Anyway, back to the episode. Henry's driver announced something to Henry.
We'll be out early tomorrow. We've got to take the Flying Kipper. Don't tell Gordon, but I think if we pull the Kipper nicely, Sir Topham Hatt will let us pull the Express. The special coal they gave you is working well. Hooray!
Henry became so excited that his eyes jittered left and right.
All kinds of ships use the harbor at the big station by the sea. There are passenger ships, cargo ships, and fishing boats also come here. They unload their fish on the quay. Some of it goes to shops in the town, and the rest in a special train to other places far away. This is the train the railwaymen call the Flying Kipper. Henry was ready at 5 o'clock.
Henry's eyes are a little wonky in this scene. Also, I want to point something out. Look at this workman in the left. He looks just like Ringo Starr. This isn't a goof, but I just find this really cool and funny. That is such a great reference to the first narrator. But anyways, men loaded up the fish onto the vans, and Henry got ready to go. His wheels began to slip and slip, but he managed to start the heavy train. Okay, for this next goof, I actually noticed it while editing. Look at Henry's lamp. This lamp is called the Pickup Goods head code.
Okay, so what's
but the Flying Kipper isn't a Pickup Goods. It's an express freight.
Oh, come on. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna get to pull in the Flying Kipper.
Sorry, Henry. Got a little carried away there. Oh, wait, never mind, because in the very next scene, and for the rest of the episode, Henry's lamps have changed. And not only that, but it has the correct head code now.
I said cut it out.
Sorry, Henry, but it had to be done.
No, it didn't.
But anyways, Henry's having the ride of his life with the Flying Kipper, feeling the breeze, smelling the smelly fish, and hubba, what studio equipment.
Okay, that's just really weird.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Now get ready, because for the next few scenes, one goof will be in each of them. Like in this scene, Henry and the vans accidentally made the trees move. And in the next one, we can see the edge of the set. And looking at the scene again, I caught another goof, which is some random white dog going down the stairs. And then in the next scene, we see another edge of the set. And when we cut to Henry, we see 5 goofs. First off, Henry's eyes are still slightly wonky. And the lamp lights are clearly light bulbs. And under them is a wire, which causes them to tilt upward. And the final goof in this scene is that the paint stripe is coming off Henry's cylinder.
Then a yellow signal appeared ahead. His driver prepared to stop.
How come Henry's third sandbox has snow on it, but the other 2 don't?
But the home signal was down. All clear, Henry. Away we go. They couldn't know the switches from the main line to a side.
Henry's eyes are still slightly wonky.
And the home signal should have been set at danger, but snow had forced it down. A freight train was waiting in the siding to let the Flying Kipper pass, and the driver and fireman were drinking cocoa in the caboose.
Here's another goof. If you look closely, the brake van's roof is just slightly raised.
The Kipper is due, said the conductor. Who cares?
Now in this scene, there is a goof that is not very easy to find. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There, did you see it? For just about 0.2 of a second, you could see a little white blotch just pop into the screen next to the fireman.
The driver got up. Come on, firemen, back to our engine. They got out just in time.
There's that little white blotch again. In the next scene, if you play the clip fast enough, you can see that the screen slightly moves. And for the next goof, we'll find, yup, another blotch. And for the next goof, wait for it, wait for it. Oh, what do you expect? It's another blotch. Of course, Henry needed a helping hand to crash. Get it? A hand? Yeah, I know, my jokes are bad. Also, there's another goof in this scene. Notice how Henry is going under the crushed brake van and is still sort of on the rails. Well, in the very next scene, Henry is somehow on top of the brake van derailed. And also, his lamps are gone.
Henry's driver and fireman had jumped clear before the crash.
Alright, notice in this scene there are no workmen near Henry. Well, in the very next scene, there's workmen all around Henry. And looking at the scene again, I caught 2 more goofs. First off, the crash must have been so bad, Henry's eyes are still wonky. And the crash was also so bad, there's a gap between his eye and face. And when Sir Topham Hatt arrives, 5 goofs can be spotted. First off, this workman is buried in the snow. Next, take a look at James in the background. This is what he looked like in the previous scene. In the next scene, he reversed a little bit. And looking at James again, I caught another goof. Where's his sandboxes? And for the next goof, look at the supplies at the bottom left. You can clearly see that there's a lot of snow on them, and the workman is not standing on one of them. In the next scene, most of the snow is gone and the workman is standing on one of them. And for the final goof I found in this scene, take a look at Edward in the background. Notice behind him there are only poles and no hills. Well, in the very next scene, there's several hills and a church.
Sir Topham Hatt came to see him.
And here's another goof. Notice how Henry's eyes are looking straight, but in the next scene, he's looking down.
The signal was down, sir, said Henry. Cheer up, Henry. It wasn't your fault. Ice and
There's another blotch.
snow.
And then another one appears a half second later. Also, when Sir Topham Hatt's talking, the screen slightly moves. Oh my god, how many blotches do there have to be?
Fine place for sick engines. They'll give you a new shape and a larger firebox. You'll feel a different engine, and you won't need special coal anymore. Won't that be nice? Yes, sir.
Look at the bottom left. There seems to be some sort of shadow. Now, before we go on to the next scene, I checked back and made sure I didn't miss any goofs, and it appears I did miss a couple. First off, let's go back to the close-up of Henry during the early morning. Take a close look at Henry's lamps. If you look closely, you can see that there's one black dot in each. And for the second goof I missed, let's go back to the scene where the men are in the brake van. When the guard said to the driver that the Kipper's due, take a look at the bottom left. It appears there's a blotch in this scene too. Alright, now back to where we were. In the next scene, we see Henry come back from crew, and there's another edge of the set.
Being a crew, but was glad to come home.
Look at those gaps between his eye and face. They're so big. Also, look at Henry himself. It's pretty clear that he's in his old shape again. Then he's back in his new shape. And for the next goof, notice how Henry is passing through the platform at Marin. Well, in the next scene, he's passing through the platform again. Also, what's with the sky? This can't be a cloud since all the other clouds are white. What could this be? Let me know in the comments below, but I know for a fact that it's a goof. And for the next goof, notice how Henry is passing through Marin Station. Well, believe it or not, in the very next scene, he actually just passes Wellsworth.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry to say that a lot of little children
often have blotches next to them. And look, there's 2 more.
Because they
wait to find 3 goofs in just one scene. First off, Henry still has a gap between his eye and face, but it's way smaller. The second goof in this scene is that Henry's back in his old shape again. And the final goof I found in this scene is that the red stripe on Henry's cylinder is peeling off again.
They often see him pulling the express. He does it so well that Gordon is jealous. But that's another story.
And here comes the final goof I found in the episode. While Henry's pulling the express, look at his brake coach. The roof looks a little bent. And that marks the end of the episode. 55 goofs. Oh my god, that's a lot of goofs I found. Did I break a record? Do you all think I broke the record for the most goofs in one episode? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, I had a lot of fun doing this video. And I just want to congratulate GWR Studios for having his Goofs in the Flying Kipper video turn 10 years old today. And I got a question for y'all. Should I start a Goof series on this? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and one more thing. If you saw a goof that I didn't find, even though I possibly found all the goofs, let me know in the comments below if you found a goof that I didn't find. Well, anyways, that's the end of today's video, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye! Hello everyone! Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. If you really like this video, make sure to like, share, hit the bell, or possibly subscribe. But if you don't want to, that's fine with me. It is not required. Anyways, I gotta go. Bye-bye now.